What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. My name is Tim, and this is Tim's On Demand, the channel that you've been waiting for. That's right, you've been waiting for, and you've been saying to yourself, well, Tim, why have I been personally waiting for this channel? Well, this channel helps impact your life, helps your growth as a person, and just help you in every format that I try and can do, right? And if I can't do it, guess what, guys? I will go and get someone who can do it better, all right? But for now, on this 24th week, we want to do Tim's On Demand because nobody else on YouTube is doing a Love Thursdays, guys, okay? Monday through Wednesdays, I give my output takes on just general life experiences, especially from my middle age life experiences. Thursdays I do Love Thursdays, and when I do put up stuff on Fridays, it's Dress Down Fridays. And I know I missed last Friday, and I apologize for that, guys, okay? Got a lot of new stuff in the works, but I want to thank you guys very, very much. So I'll say it again. Come on in, come on in. Have a seat right there. Let's talk about today's topic. And what is today's topic, guys? Today's topic is, are you ready for this? The approach. That's right, guys. The approach. We're talking about the approach situation when you approach that person that you are physically attracted to. And the reason why I say physically attracted to, because that's the first thing, guys. That is the first thing that we notice, that you are everything that I'm looking for, or you're someone that I want to get with, or I want to see a future with you. But in this scenario, let's say if you want to put all the games aside and you decided that this person, whether it be male or female, wants you want them to be the proper person in your life. This is what we're dealing with today, okay? The whole overall approach to this situation. And I'm going to show you a few scenarios on how to do this, okay? So, first of all, tonight I don't have my wine with me. So, it's nothing that I'm going to have like sitting here just drinking my wine and stuff like that. Nah, I'm not going to do that tonight. But I'm still going to entertain you guys, right? Because that's what I'm here to do tonight. It's called Love Thursdays, okay? So let's say, for example, what I would personally do. And I got my little mic right here. I don't feel like putting it on tonight. You know, ever notice some guys at night or when you're doing a show, especially for you guys who are YouTubers or former YouTubers, you just don't feel like putting the damn mic up to you sometime, okay? Or putting it on you. And besides, I got another haircut. It's all right. But yeah, so this is what Tim would do in this scenario. Okay, here we go. So let's say it's a young lady that I'm looking at, middle-aged lady, whatever. I see, because I'm going to tell you something. The first thing, people always talk about, first of all, let's just backtrack for a second. People always state and say that, well, you know, it's this important and that important in a relationship, and all these different things are important, which is fine when you get to know a person. But the thing is that people try to hide and neglect a lot of times is that you still got to have that physical attraction towards that person, guys. You know, it's no way around it. You still have to have that physical attraction towards that person, regardless of the fact. Okay? You still gotta have it. It's still gotta be there, guys. You know? And I know a lot of people are saying, well, they gotta be smart, they gotta be this, they gotta be that, they gotta have this, they gotta have that, have a great personality, and all of those wonderful things, okay? But when you truly want to be in a relationship, not a situationship that we talked about the last time, but in a real life relationship, and you want to make this thing grow, part of that, if you have everything going for with a person, but you're not physically attracted to that person, you don't want to sleep with that person, then why are you there for? What the hell are you there for? What's the whole point, right? And I'm gonna tell you something else, and this is gonna spark a little controversy, but I'm okay with this. And all of these fucking people talking about against interracial relationships. Listen, if you're attracted to a person and y'all vibe and get along great, and she is everything you need, especially talking to you guys, okay? Especially us as black men. And you are attracted to her, even if it's your own race, okay? Black women or whatever, right? But if it's white women, black women, Asian, Hispanic, or whatever the situation is, guys, if you go on with a person for political reasons, okay? Political reasons, then it's not going to work. I don't care what kind of community y'all have together. I don't care if y'all have all the right money. If your shit don't get hard by looking at this chick, and you're not sexually attracted to her or any type of attraction, it's not gonna work. Okay? So y'all can go and miss me with all that political shit against interracial relationships. Y'all know how I feel about that. I love interracial relationships. Okay? Because we only have a short time to live in this life. Alright? And everybody that's against what you like, them the same motherfuckers that's gonna do what they want to do. Excuse my language. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. They're gonna live their life the way they want to live their life. You can trust me on that. So let's say, for example, and I'm gonna use this scenario, and it don't matter what race the girl is, right? Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, mixed, whatever. I see her across that room over there. And I'm in a different setting, in a different light, where people come together, right? It don't have to be so much as a club, but it could be a lounge or some type of gathering. You was invited to a party or whatever the situation is, right? It's always, especially when you don't expect it, guys, it's always going to be somebody, that one girl, that one lady that's going to stand out. And ladies, the other way around too. Yes, ma'am. It's always going to be that dude that's going to do it for you no matter what you think. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to kind of peep the room, stand back like a mountain lion, see who that person is involved in, first of all. That's what I do with the ladies. You know, you kind of gather your senses, not because you don't want to look like a fool, it's because, you don't know if that person is involved with somebody, and especially if she's extra gorgeous, there's a large percentage of the time, maybe 86% of the time, 5%, 85% of the time, she has somebody that's with her. You can bet your bottom dollar on that, right? So you just kind of scoping stuff out, just to make sure, hey, I don't know if that person, if that person is involved with somebody, You just scoping the person out, and you're trying to fill out the room and the situation and see what is what and what's going on and all this kind of stuff, right? That's what you're trying to do. So let's use that scenario. And then what you would do is when you're walking and checking this person out, you also kind of walk past them, give them that glimpse and smile and let them know that smile. First of all, what you got to do is you got to have that, you already got to have it in your head saying, I'm attracted to you. And when you walk up to them and say, and nod to them and just not, don't say, hey, don't say nothing, say. And you got to give them that eye look, gentlemen, okay? Let them know that you're the one, and then you turn away. But you got to wait for their response. And normally, especially with ladies, how they normally will respond was they'll either smile and nod back at you. Sometimes it's just because they're like generous, and but most of the time they know what you're up to, and they know that you're looking at them, and they know that you're checking them out, right? So they can either be rude about it and an unspoken kind of thing, which is fine, or turn their head because they don't want to cause any problems or they don't want to have nothing to do with you, which is fine again. Or they just smile and just appreciate the fact that you as a person find them attractive. And, that don't mean that they're single, but that means that they acknowledge you as a person, acknowledging them. You see what I mean? And you still got to break the ice some kind of way because you don't know what's going on at this event, right? So you've already did the first right thing, is putting yourself out there and letting them know that you are interested in them in all shapes and forms. And then what will happen is when you move away from that situation, no matter who she's talking to, in the back of her mind, she's going to say, I'm curious about this guy. So she, in some form of fashion, will make her way around to see you. I don't care how fine or beautiful she is, or even if she's not interested, she just want to know about you for some reason. I've had that happen to me lots of times. And a lot of times that's signaling for saying, okay, you need to approach me right now. Okay, so I can know more about you. And when you walk past that person and let them know that you're interested in them, unspoken thing is that you also want to hear how their voices are. In a few seconds, how you can indicate their mannerism and all that great thing. So once she give you the smiling signal, it's up to you then to use your good common sense, your good James Bond sense to approach her, and you make light of any situation, what's going on, and you introduce yourself. And you put that hand out there for a while and wait for her to respond back saying, hi, my name is such and such and such. Because I'm going to tell you something, that works for the ladies, doing that to the men as well. I've had ladies that come up to me and they waited on me to, and it was a signal where I couldn't help but to respond back and shake their hands. And even if they're in a relationship, once you have that first talk with them, let them know what you're about. You say something nice and some wording first, but then you get to the point of why you came there in the first place. I saw you over there, and I got to say for myself, I don't know about these other gentlemen, but for myself, you are the lady for me, and I'm attracted to you in that way. Is it possible I can get to know you, Angela? Because you're the one for me, and I got my eye on you. Ooh, I appreciate it. And of course, you know you're lovely. I don't have to tell you that, right? And, you just want to make her laugh a little bit, guys, right? But the natural wording is going to say, you don't have to copy my words or anybody else's wording. A lot of times when you go with that confidence level and you sell yourself as an individual, it's going to naturally come out anyway in the best form and format, especially if you're confident in yourself that this person belongs to me. I want you. And you got to have that, guys, in the back of your mind. You're for me. Like Steve Harvey said one time, you're going to be my wife. She said, I don't even know you. You remember that? Well, the same thing goes with this. You got to claim that person. If that person say, well, I'm involved with another person. Oh, yeah? How serious the involvement? Well, I'm married. Then you got to say, oh, okay. Well, maybe it wasn't meant to be, because you don't want a situation where you are being with a woman who's already taken or engaged or married. Trust me, even in an engagement, because you don't know what will happen in your situation with that, right? Now, however, there are situations where a lady, you can take stuff down a peg or two and deal with situations in your mind. Depends on how she tells you what's going on with her situationship, right? Let's say she's dating right now this guy, she's involved with somebody, but they're off and on. Then you can probably be the other dude for a little while, friends with benefits. But if she's in a solid relationship with somebody and she really cares for that guy, then you leave it alone and you thank that person for their time. Okay? But for the wishy-washy women who's dealing with situations, you got to ask them, even with that, you got to ask more questions about, well, how serious is your relationship? Are you living with that person? And they can say what they want to say about this guy. They're not really serious, blah, blah, blah. If they're living with that person, you let it go. You don't deal with that. You let that go. I don't care if he's an asshole or whatever. You do not bother that. You let it go. You say thank you for your time. They're engaged, married, serious relationship, or they're living with that person. Let it go. Because you really prefer, gentlemen and ladies, to be with somebody who is not attached. I know it seems like it's hard, and everybody's kind of situated with somebody. That's different. But when you're in a real relationship with somebody or living with somebody, it don't count. And I just want you guys to meditate on that for a second. Just meditate on what I'm saying about this situationship or potential relationship, and trying to build a future with this person and trying to get to know this person. Right? Just meditate. Now, I wish I had something to drink. But at any rate, guys, we're all adults here. And we all have that instinct. And one good thing about instincts, it tells you when to do the right things by letting stuff go, and when to act on certain situations, okay? Now I wish I'd had something to drink for real. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk to you guys about that. And just meditate on that. And when you will find yourself in that situation, for you single cats out there, and ladies, for you single ladies out there as well, just think about what I just said. All right? And with that also being said, thank you very much for joining me for Love Thursdays. I'm not going to press that bullhorn today. No, I'm not. I'm going to press it. I'm going to give it a break today. Turned it off. And tomorrow is a better day. And yes, I will be broadcasting tomorrow. Thank you very much. And with that also been said, If you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that like button, and also hitting that notification button. That way you'll know when new content is being presented. Hopefully that YouTube will do it. I heard they had some problems with that, but still hit the subscribe. Also share with like-minded people like yourselves. And listen, I'm not just Tim, but I'm Tim's on demand. Oh my. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right, guys. So you know what you need to do on this one, right? Go ahead and open up that door. Go ahead. Go and let yourself out. Pull the door back. Don't let no flies and critters come in. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. But for now, have a great afternoon, evening, and a good night. And I'll catch you on the next one.